with contacts in my sheet. Okay, hey guys, welcome to episode 23, aka Dawson Mercer's episode. Not because his number is 23, but because he is 23.
Is today like his birthday?
Nope, he's a Libra. I don't know.
Fair
Just
enough.
go with me on it, okay?
Fair enough.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Abby.
And today we're going to be doing a cozy episode.
Yes.
Come get cozy with us. Have a bevy, if you will.
It's a Friday night. It occurred to us that Lauren works all weekend.
Yeah.
And
You had month end
Yeah.
and company merger, so you didn't have time to prep for anything.
I didn't. So we have a interesting concept today that will, I guess I can just say it. I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
keep you on the edge of your seat. We're going to be picking our favorite players from every team because our opinion is the only one that matters.
I'm going to be calling it first round picks.
Yeah. I like that. Okay.
Or drafted at first sight.
I like drafted at first sight. It's like
That's fine. Married at
Love-
first sight.
yeah.
For those of you who are keeping up with Married at First Sight Australia via TikTok, me. Dang. It's kind of popping off.
interesting. We also have little marks. If you hear the ice clinking,
No, you don't.
that's our margaritas. It's a Friday night.
Okay. We're going to try and recap as best we can. Hang on.
Oh, yes. Most importantly, the trade deadline was today at 3.
It
There's
wasn't as
still-
bad as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, that
Mostly because
must be good for you.
my people had already, like, their guaranteed
were-
contracts.
There were a few big trades.
There were definitely a few big trades, but nothing really hurt other than
No.
my pride as a Canes fan. But we'll get into that. Okay, first and foremost, on Sunday, when the Canes were playing the Flames, Trip Tracy said something that's so notable, I had to bring it up.
I love Trip Tracy.
He said, and this is me paraphrasing, they were talking about Rantanen and what he's going to do, blah, blah, blah. We've been speculating. Now we know.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I don't work at an ice cream shop, so I don't get paid to get the scoop. I get paid to talk about hockey. Okay, diva.
Period.
Okay. You
And
just
then-
know that he wrote that down and was like, I'm
that's
going to
a
use
good
that
one.
later.
I also want to note that after that comment, him and Mike then proceeded to talk about their favorite ice cream flavors.
They're
And-
just so cute,
Yeah, they're
love
so
them.
cute. And I think Trips was cookie dough because he said
which is such a great flag.
he said all I want to say is whoever came up with cookie dough or chocolate chip cookies should have stopped at the dough. And I was like, period.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Strawberry.
Mine is a coffee with chocolate chips in it. I'm not doing it separate. They have to be combined. And I don't want a chocolate coffee chip thing because it's not going to have the amount of chocolate I really want. I want dark chocolate chips at my leisure, a whole bag to put in as many as I want and scoop out my ice cream. Oh my God, you guys don't know. If you don't know about that combination, get in on it. There you go. Speaking of there we go, the Flames and Canes games, it had me in shambles. Let's talk about the OT goal that never counted.
That wasn't the Flames. That was the Bruins.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the one that happened last night.
No.
Oh.
Sebastian Aho scored in
Oh my
overtime
gosh, you're right.
when we were playing the Flames, and they said it didn't count, so he did
Yeah.
it again.
Well, in last night's game versus the Bruins, why did I say that?
Bruins.
I think it was Taylor Hall scored. They were tied 2-2. There was like 3 minutes left, maybe a minute. I don't really remember. I was in bed already, watching it on my phone. He scored a goal, and they called it offsides. And then Seth Jarvis scored a goal with 18 seconds left.
Period.
In
And that's
Seth
why he's
Jarvis
got that
fashion.
multi-year contract.
And that's why no one is a bigger fan of Seth Jarvis than the Canes social media.
I don't know. Trip Tracy, the commentators, they're obsessed.
They should be.
I think it's fair. I think the obsession is warranted.
Yeah.
Love that man. Markstrom is finally back
Yes,
again for the
he
Devils,
is.
just in time to see Jack get annihilated for the rest of the season. We're not going to talk about that yet. It's 2 notes down.
Oh.
I would like to make a public apology at this time. I am a hater, first and foremost. This is well established.
yes, but what up?
The Golden Knights uniforms, they don't translate well from a picture to watching them actually play. I think I like them.
I like them.
I wrote New Year, New Me. I love their uniforms. The gold looks a lot better than
like their
it did in the
uniforms.
pictures. They're fine. I don't know. I think I have unrealistic expectations. I think every uniform should look like the Montreal Victoires uniform. And when
Period.
they don't meet my expectations, I'm just like, what are we doing here? What
No,
are we doing?
I agree.
Speaking of what are we doing, we're down to Hughes Brothers, which makes the Hughes Bowl non-existent.
It's the Luke Bowl.
It is the Luke Bowl. And God help him. How do I hire him protection? How do I bubble wrap him?
We need to just protect him for sure. Timo, if you're watching, you're not. But if you are, just throw bodies.
Luke, if
on the
you're
ground.
watching,
Don't take
unnecessary journeys.
No. I immediately thought about that too.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Quinn's day to day, kill me. Jack had shoulder surgery.
Jack
he should
is
be back
out.
for training camp. Kill
He's
me.
out for the rest of the season. Do you want to hear some other energies? Energies?
I would like to
Injuries.
pass on healing energy.
Period.
Please. They're
Um,
kind of breakable.
Dmitry Orlov got scratched last night.
Huh? Ooh.
I
did
was
not know
scared
that.
they were going to train him or trade him today, but he may have just been injured. He hasn't been playing great. Ever since
No.
Four Nations, he hasn't been playing like he typically does. And I can tell he's frustrated just because I have eyes. Brad Marchand
intuition.
is also out. Not as
Yeah.
out as he is to Boston, though.
Girl, he ain't even traded.
They traded him.
Did they actually? It was confirmed?
Yes, they traded
It wasn't
him.
just from the Spitting Chicklets.
Correct. This is from E ESPN. Brad Marchand is traded to the Florida Panthers.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up right now.
I'm freaking terrified. Do the Canes play
You're
the
telling
Florida
me
Panthers
right
again?
now, Brad Marchand, Sam Bennett, Matthew Kachuk,
Yeah, I'm terrified.
all on the same team.
I'm really scared.
They're
It's
about to
true.
be the biggest menaces the NHL's ever seen.
They're going to be the new Rangers, I think.
Oh, no. They can't.
Um,
Because I still like them.
the good news is the Canes don't play Florida again in the regular season.
Bro, who cares? Because Marchand and Matthew Kachuk are still injured.
Yeah,
Matthew
you're
Kachuk
right.
sacrificed his groin
You're
for
right.
this country.
That's
and we
the
better
other
thank
thing.
him for that.
Matthew Kachuk is hopeful to return for playoffs.
my God.
Oh, a kitten. I don't know if they saw that, but I hope they did. Okay, I'm back to you.
Okay. The Sharks beat the Leafs in a shootout. War is over.
Dude, that was insane.
They know how to win.
That was actually insane.
They know how to win, and I don't know who taught them.
I will never live that down.
Dude, let me recap. We're overtime. Nothing happens in the first overtime. We're in a shootout. Butt cheeks are scrunched together for dear life. People are sweating. There's curses being placed around. What happens? Nylander does his damn thing. He shoots, he scores.
Yeah,
No one's
period.
surprised. King of my heart. Blonde rights, if you will. Who comes up next?
I'm a blonde.
Who's up next? Tyler Toffoli.
Did Tyler Toffoli score?
Tyler Toffoli scored. And at that point, I was physically ill. I was absolutely nauseous. Matter of fact, I'm getting nauseous just thinking about it. And then some dude that, no disrespect, but I didn't know you, and I apologize. Fabian Zetterland. You know this
He
man?
got traded today.
Well, not before he scored the game-winning goal. And they beat the Sabres right after. And then we're not going to talk about anything else because they did lose the next game. But they knocked out two back-to-back.
I look, the Leafs, yes. I don't necessarily count the Sabres as astronomical win.
Babes,
The
their
noise on this
wins
bus
still begin with
is
a 1.
Astronomical.
And then did you see? Yes, you did because you sent me the cutest little picture of
Yes!
sleepover
The
with
sleepover!
Celebrini and Will Smith and Tyler Toffoli. So freaking cute.
I had already picked my person for when we go through and pick our number one players. I'd already picked my person, and that just like further reassured it.
Ooh, the hardest. This is objectively speaking. Brad Marchand, I didn't know he got traded, but I would rank this as
That,
the
like, just
second
happened.
most devastating trade. Do you want to guess?
What the first most devastating trade was?
No, I'm counting that as Brad Marchand. From this week. I'm not counting the Rantanen, the Jacob Trouba, any of the shocks before. I'm talking about this week.
Oh, I have a PowerPoint with all of them.
I'll give you a second.
Oh, is it Yanni Gourde?
No.
Oh.
Because that one, he got traded to a great team.
Oh, we're
doing
heartbreaking trades.
I just wanted to know what you thought the most dramatic one was.
Dramatic? I think this whole thing with Rantanen that has just been
We're going to get into that.
But that's what I think.
That's my opinion.
That's my opinion.
You've got 5 seconds.
I just said what I thought.
Oh, you think it's Rantanen again?
Yeah.
You think it's the second Rantanen train?
I just think it's the whole situation. I think they fumbled it. I'm quickly going through. Actually, I want to go back. I think the Islanders with Brock Nelson.
Well, the correct answer is, what is Trent Frederic to the Oilers? That's devastating. Do you know how obnoxious we were about Natchez getting taken from us?
Yeah.
That is how he's played there, and I might be wrong, but he started there.
Oh.
That's where he's been his whole career.
Oh.
And no one, from my understanding of TikTok girlies, was expecting him to get traded. He got sent to the Devils for just a second and then ended up at the Oilers. Which initially you're like, I mean, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl were there. But then you look at their record and you're like, why are we punishing a good man?
The Oilers? Yeah, they're not doing the best.
I wish they would grease some tires and actually
They're a good playoff team, though, I feel. So if they can...
They've got Connor McDavid, of course
yeah, look, McDavid and Draisaitl.
Captain Canada.
Yeah, he was drafted by the Bruins, by the way.
Yeah.
You were correct.
Thank you.
And he is from Missouri. Grew up a big St. Louis Blues fan. Anyways, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know his face.
Hang on. I love when I'm scrolling through somebody's page and then their personal life, a Tkachuk is mentioned. Frederick's favorite hockey player as a child was Keith Tkachuk. He began playing hockey himself, blah, 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 his role model, blah, blah, blah. Tkachuk's sons, Brady and Matthew, would practice roller hockey in Frederick's childhood basement. Sometimes joined by Logan Brown, Luke Kunin, and Clayton Keller.
Dude, the circle is so deep.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about it.
He also went to the USA Development Program.
Of course.
Tracks.
Exactly. Like I said, the circle is a circle for a reason. It's closed. Okay. We touched on it, but Yanni Gourde sent back home. Daddy's home, if you will, back to Tampa Bay. He scored like pretty quick into his first game back with them too, and everyone went berserk.
I love that. That one, that's one of my top trades.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love a coming home story.
There've been a few players that have gone back to like their home teams, and that being just teams that they've played with previously. And I've loved getting to see welcome home posts.
Yeah.
Warms my heart. Freaking adorable. Are you kidding me?
Less adorable. The Capitals won against the Rangers, but that game was so heated. I thought Matt Rempe was going to get his ass beat by, I think it was Tom Wilson.
Did you see
he shoved Ovechkin, which...
Yeah.
We all know I'm an apologist for Matt Rempe. I don't think he meant to.
He did. I believe his exact quote was, "I'll hit who I want."
That was said in a moment of anger after seeing his life flash before his eyes when Tom Wilson said he was going to beat his ass. Is it Tom Wilson? Will you fact check me?
I will agree to disagree on that.
That's fine. I literally wrote parentheses, double check. I didn't double check.
I want you to know
I typed in that game. I just loved it. It was a really good game.
I typed it. Oh yeah,
and
it was
I love
Tom
watching
Wilson.
The Rangers lose. Thank you.
Did you see Ov score and say, "I'm a part of history"?
Period.
Also,
I can't talk about it or I'll cry.
Sorry to keep jumping around, but while we're talking about Ov, did you see that he is donating to pediatric cancer aid?
That's
for
my
every
favorite
goal that
Russian.
he gets. He's also encouraging fans to donate $8, which is his jersey number.
You know what? Next time I get paid, baby girl, that $8 is yours.
Also, one more thing, and then I can close out this tab of my computer.
Yes.
Jake Evans has signed an extension with the Habs.
Oh, thank God. I
for
love him.
4 years.
I did see that, I think.
2.85 a year.
Wow. What's it like to be a millionaire? I'm a millionaire.
I
I'm a
just
young
was
money
thinking the same.
millionaire.
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I don't remember, but up next was, did you see the Anaheim Ducks? Who was it? John Gibson?
Their goalie?
The behind the back save?
I did actually.
Granted,
that was
it was
insane.
against my Canucks, but that was
insane.
God.
I don't know how he didn't
that.
dislocate his shoulder.
They are flexible as hell.
Yeah, they really
are. They be dropping to the splits like it's nothing.
They drop it like it's hot for their
day
job.
I don't even care about this cartilage. Fuck them joints.
I wonder how many goalies are double jointed.
I feel like you have to be.
I feel like a lot of them for sure.
I feel like a lot of the good ones.
Yeah. Capo Kakkonen being traded to the Panthers from Florida. I don't know. Florida is starting to scare me.
Stacking up their team. I wouldn't want to play them.
No,
I wouldn't want to
play
a healthy Panthers team. Absolutely not.
God, no.
I think I hurt myself. Upper body injury. Let me sit on the bench.
Yeah. Do you have anything else on your list before we...
Dougie Hamilton.
Dougie motherfucking Hamilton.
The light of my life. My favorite ginger.
Yeah. Is he a ginger?
Yeah.
That would actually make a lot of sense.
He's definitely strawberry blonde is generous.
It's pretty
He's
blonde.
a redhead.
Yeah. It's definitely a strawberry blonde situation.
That man... I believe he's a Disney prince. Do I know anything about him? Hardly. But I know he's got a very sweet smile, and him and Brett are the dads.
He's got kind eyes.
And he, from what I've seen of him and his family, is so cute. And I will protect that man. If they ever give like a little figurine or a bobblehead of him, I check at least weekly.
Every time I see another team come out with a bobblehead, I want to send it to the Devils and be like, hey.
Like, why do we not have more of his merch?
Look, you can just order a sample size. I just want one.
You're telling me that there's not a real interest in Dougie Hamilton? Right here, bitch. Right here. Mm-hmm. Where's the merch? And last but not least, Rantanen to the Stars. And I said, thank God. We have looked. Yeah. I'm going to take a moment. Fast forward if you're not a Canes fan. I am so tired of talking about Rantanen.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Nate just called the Canes out because he said, yeah, they probably shouldn't have traded me for him if they didn't have a guarantee he was going to stay with them. And you know what? He's right. Because what the heck did we do?
That's paraphrasing, by the way. That's not a direct quote. Don't come for us.
Yeah, that's not a direct quote. I don't do direct quotes. I have the attention span and the memory of like a goldfish, maybe a chipmunk.
Yeah.
We just looked like fools. We screwed up the chemistry of our team. And this is my opinion. I feel like we screwed up the chemistry of our team, went into Four Nations, thank God, which is the only reason we didn't really notice it sooner.
Yeah.
And then we came back from Four Nations and it was just so apparent that we were off. We're still losing games.
I think the past like 2 or 3 games they've been better and looking more like themselves. Mm-hmm. But it just kind of screwed up the chemistry of the team, and I don't love it.
Okay, I'm just so tired. Like, there was no communication. Nathan McKinnon didn't know that he was going. What the fuck is that about? You're going to initiate a divorce without even consenting? That was just bullshit to me.
You just licked all the sugar off that rim.
Hell yeah, you did. You can leave in the little clip of me gnawing on the glass to get the sugar off. I don't care. I have no dignity.
We are sugar rim girls.
We are sugar rim girls. 100%. Game changer.
Yeah.
And then he gets there. Yes, he's got Sebastian Aho, his BFF from childhood. But, like, it just didn't translate well. You can't expect a man who's been with one team with one dynamic for 6 years, and then you throw him into a completely different style of play and approach and coaching.
Yeah.
And then are like, it's been 2 games. Why isn't he producing? Which, like, I get it. A really good player is supposed to be able to produce. They're supposed to be adaptable. I feel like it was never going to work out. We might as well have traded him to the King Rangers because they're just not going to be compatible.
I agree.
So I'm wishing him luck with the Stars. I hope that he fits in. I hope that he likes it better there. And I don't know why we didn't just say, hey, you give us Natchez, we give you back McKinnon.
I wish.
That's not right.
I don't think
you give us Natchez and we give you back Rantanen.
I don't think the league would have approved it, which is a bummer.
It's like they didn't do their homework.
It is like that, huh?
And it's also like, and go with me on this, because I
I'm
walked you
going.
through the, do you think I should say what I sent you a voice
Yes,
message about?
absolutely.
Okay. Walk with me here. That whole trade initially felt like when you have a healthy, stable relationship going on, no issues, everyone's getting along, healthy boundaries, everything's great. And then you're out one night and you see a baddie, a 10 out of 10, way out of your league. And you're 1-2 drinks in, you're like, I can definitely pull that. You go up, you're chatting, you're kind of feeling vibes. They're fake, but you feel them. And you're like, I can definitely pull this. And matter of fact, with no thought to my relationship, I'm going to throw it all away for the chance to nail a baddie. And then at the end of the night, you have already lost your dignity, your pride, and your integrity along with your morals. And then she leaves with someone else. That's what it feels like. Someone who's in her league.
Yeah, I agree.
And then you've just got a shattered relationship because you couldn't just appreciate what you had when you had it.
Yeah.
Am I dramatic? Yes, I'm always going to be. But that's how I feel.
That's my opinion.
That's all the updates
Yeah.
I had. Your turn.
I've got, okay. Can you put this over there for now?
Yes.
I got to resituate real quick.
Hold, please.
I've got a few trades that I wanted to call out. There were a ton.
Speak on it.
I'll be real. Not all of them are worth mentioning, but these are the ones I deem worth mentioning. And of course, it's my opinion, so it's correct.
Yeah.
The Islanders trading Brock Nelson to the Avalanche was
Dude.
pretty insane to me. Honestly, good for Nelson. Good for him.
Yeah.
He deserves to get out of the hellhole that is Long Island.
The color scheme alone is infinitely better with the Avs than the Islanders.
The Islanders received Callum Ritchie, Oliver Kylington, a 2026 first round pick, and a conditional 2028 third round pick. So feels like a pretty fair trade.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
The Avalanche also got William Defoe, who I believe is an AHL player, so I don't know.
Fair enough.
The majority of the trades I feel like were just minor league players or the rights to players, which is fair.
There's a lot of like future considerations and like
There
draft
were.
picks.
I want to... Who was the busiest? I think the Boston Bruins were the busiest.
Dude,
They got 1, 2, 3, 4,
can't
5,
believe they
6
tried to
players and 4 more picks.
God almighty.
That's
They needed it.
insane. They did need it. It's true.
But at what cost?
I know. I'm pretty
Who still
shocked
plays for
about the
them?
Brad Marchand. Maybe that's just me. I don't really follow the Bruins a ton.
I definitely don't.
So maybe I'm the only person that's shocked by that too. But
That would be like
I
trading
was
Connor
confused.
McDavid.
I don't know if it'd be like that.
Connor's been with them this whole time.
But I don't think you can compare the two.
I think you
That
can
would
compare the
be
two in
like
terms of
the
franchise.
Rangers. That would be like the Rangers trading Matt Rimpey, in my opinion.
What? Okay, I don't need to get into this. I've already talked enough.
Okay, fair enough. Let me scroll through again real quick and see. Michael Bunting, the Penguins traded him to Nashville
I saw.
for Tommy Novak and Luke Sheen. That was pretty big to me. I don't know. The Yanni Gord one just stands out.
Mm-hmm.
I love Yanni Gord. I love him at the Lightning.
I do love
Period.
him. He looks so
That's
happy.
it. Yeah. Who else? Oh, we've already talked about
Who
the
did the
Spitzer
Senators
Knight.
trade today?
I'm so glad
They
you
traded someone. I watched Brady
asked.
Kachuk literally hold back tears talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I hate that for him.
Dylan Cousins and Dennis Gilbert, as well as a second round 2026 pick. That's who the Senators received. They traded Josh Norris and Jacob Barnard Docker to the Sabres. Kachuk was like tearing up about Josh Norris.
I'm sorry for your loss, Brady.
Yeah.
Stay strong, King. You're not a king.
I was
You're
about
a
to say,
prince.
King's a bit strong.
Stay strong, American.
Yeah. But there was another big coming home pick. Hang on, let me scroll through my PowerPoint. Because I'm crazy, but I am free. I literally put Tampa Bay receives Yanni Gourde. The prodigal son returns.
We love to see it. We love it.
Yeah. Oh, and then Pittsburgh immediately traded Luke Sheen as well. I don't remember where he went to, but he went somewhere.
Good luck.
Oh, it was Brock Nelson that I put that. A lot of people wanted Brock Nelson. Like, he was leaving the Islanders.
Brock Nelson.
I do too. He was leaving the Islanders. That was very clear.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of who he was going to. So I think that's a big move for the Avalanche. I still think that they probably wanted to get Rantanen.
I would love to get traded to the Avalanche, personally.
I like the Avalanche a lot. I like their team. Riley Smith went back to the Golden Knights.
I did see that.
That's who the other one was.
I saw that.
He won a cup with them. He was there
Yeah.
their first season and won that cup with them. In return, the Rangers got Brendan Breeson and a third-round pick. That's technically San Jose's pick,
Interesting.
right? And that's all I have for trades.
Okay.
Obviously, there's a ton more, but
Those are the biggest ones.
those
I don't feel
were
like we need to get into
mine.
every single one.
No, I'm not. If you want something, I'm sure spitting chiclets or the empty net. I'm sure people are gonna do them.
Yeah. Should we get into the
31
crux
minutes.
of what we're here to do today?
Yes, we should.
Do you want to go? Should we alternate?
I think
we
let's start. Yeah, and let's each say our own.
So we have both filled out sheets, drafting our first round picks.
Period.
Are drafted at first sight, if you will, with an explanation as to why. I will say for me, mine are not based in what could be called logic
These are
or
not
reason.
Yeah,
This is mostly,
vibes.
this is my opinion. This is my vibe. This is my energy. And I will not be taking questions at this time.
When we say number one players, we do not necessarily mean statistically. It's just
No, I do not mean
vibes
statistically.
Sometimes.
One of
Some of
these-
these are statistically because I don't follow
Some of
the
them,
team
yeah.
a whole lot, so I
Yeah.
don't know. So I just was like, oh, they've got it good.
I went through the stats. Let me walk you through what I was doing, and then
Okay.
you can walk us through what you were doing. Me personally, if I scrolled through the roster and I didn't recognize any names, what I did, I click on each individual name and I look to see if they're a Libra. If that fails, or if I look at the Libras and I'm just like, I'm not really feeling you, like, then I start looking at stats and then I figure out, do I want a Libra or do I want stats? Sometimes I got both. And that is how I did that. Sometimes I just went on what name or what face I liked best.
Yeah, I did similar. I guess I knew a player, at least one player from most of these teams. The ones I didn't, I looked at the roster. If it didn't jog a memory, I looked at stats and I deemed it statistically.
Fair enough. That really fits for how we are as people.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have your sheets?
I have my sheets. I wanted to look at one more thing because I'm pretty sure I remembered this correctly. The Detroit Red Wings now have 3 goaltenders.
I saw that.
That's crazy behavior. Why do they need 3? They don't.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Who am I to judge? I'm just a girl.
I judge. It's my day job.
Fair enough.
Okay, do we want to get into it?
Let's get into it. Let's start off with the Western Conference. You didn't
The
even fill out
Western Conference? I filled out all
Which
of it.
page did you start out with? The Eastern?
Yeah.
Okay, then we can start Eastern. I love the East.
Okay. With the
AKA
Boston Bruins?
The Atlantic division's up first. Do you want to go first or do you want me to?
I want to hear you.
Okay, Boston Bruins, David Pasternak.
I do.
Because I love him, Your Honor.
That's your reason?
That's
Just 'cause
my
I-
reason.
Period.
They portrayed him so perfect for me to be an absolute stan of him in the Face-Off series. You tell me about your struggles. I'm going to fight for you until my dying breath.
Yeah.
As long as I like your vibe. And I love his vibe.
I said Morgan Geeky because he was so good versus the Canes last night.
Geeky,
He scored
do
both
you
Bruins
love me?
goals last night as well. I heard his name a lot.
Love.
And I also said, as an alternative, Charlie McAvoy in our prayers, my guy.
Yeah, I tried to start out with who wasn't injured. There's a couple
Yeah.
injured players that I put, but Charlie McAvoy,
Some of these
is
aren't
my
even
number
real
2.
players.
That's Captain USA right there. Love him.
Do we want to do Buffalo Sabres? You go first on this
Of course
one.
we're going to. Buffalo Sabres. How do I say his name? It's interesting. I think it's Teague Thompson.
Oh, yeah, that is Teague Thompson.
Teague Thompson.
Yeah.
I looked up how to say his name, but I didn't write it down. Oh, wait. I did write it down. Like Sage. Teague Thompson. Why? Because he's a Libra. Because I loved his lie detector interview. And he's gorgeous with a unique name. What's not to love?
He would be a Libra.
Of course he is.
That really tracks. I said, this is what I meant by some of them are not real players. Gabrielle Healy, who runs their social media, or she may not run it, but she definitely works for their social media department. She is iconic. And I actually follow her personal TikTok, and she's freaking hilarious.
We love it.
So, personally, she's been the one doing the most work on that team, in my opinion.
Damn. Reverse their ass. Okay, the Red Wings. This is easy. Patrick Kane. He's a great player, and most importantly, I love the videos of his son in all the different uniforms waiting for all the players to come out before the game, like talking with his dad and be like, good luck, who are you wearing tonight? I will eat that up. Nom, nom, nom.
That's one of my favorite things that the Red Wings do is have the families right there.
That is amazing.
So cute.
I am a sucker.
I said Alex Lawad. The man is cracked, and I find it hilarious.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say him.
Yeah.
He's my number 2. Florida Panthers.
Oh, I'm scared.
No, don't be scared. Because I went with Matthew Tkachuk.
Did you really? I didn't even.
Why? Because the TikTok of him and Brady dapping each other up during Four Nations is now a motivational video for me. I watched it last night to keep going with editing one of my group assignments. And I feel like that makes him my favorite player on the team.
That's such a good reason. I said Vitek Vanacek. I said he's the newest member of the team, therefore I do not consider him a full-fledged member yet.
Fair. The Canadians were so hard because I love so many of them.
So
you go
excited.
first.
Nick.
Wait. Did you do Arbor Jacki?
No.
Who do you think I did?
Cole Caulfield.
Okay, you're right. Go.
I said Nick motherfucking Suzuki.
Period. Nick Suzuki.
All caps. Mm-hmm. That bitch be doing things.
That bitch be doing things.
I said alternatively Jake Evans because I'm wishing Max Verstappen a speedy car this year.
That's crazy.
And they look so similar.
I said Cole Caulfield. Because as a shorty, I gotta support my short king. And then I said, sweetie, you dropped this. It's a crown. Alternatively, Arbor Jacki, love that man. His fashion sense, his fighting abilities. I love him.
People sleep on his fashion. Actually, I don't think people do.
I was very torn on the Canadians and the Devils.
I was torn on the Canes.
And the Canes. Those.
Actually, I wasn't torn on the Canes. That's a lie. I immediately knew who I was going to put. Do we want to do the Ottawa Senators?
We're going to do the Senators. I said Linus Ullmark
Me
is
too.
my favorite senator. I'm sorry, Brady, but I will never recover from him and Jeremy Swayman being separated. He's a great goalie and a great man.
I said strictly because I forget that this team exists until I see Ullmark Swayman videos.
Truly. Okay, Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh.
I said Yanni Gordy.
Honestly,
I said I hate it for the Bruins, but he scored the first game and we love a returning home story.
I said Andre Vasilevsky. He's a brick wall.
Yeah, he is.
Maple Leafs?
Who
do you want to
did you
say
say?
On the count of 3?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
William Nylander. I love this man.
What did you give your reason for?
Many. Mostly, he's so brat and I love it.
He is brat.
He's so brat.
That's the perfect way to describe him.
He's so brat.
He's brat.
If anyone has a bad word to say about him, you can DM me. We'll discuss.
I was fighting with someone in our YouTube comments. Fighting's extreme. He commented something mean. I called him out, and then I reported him, and so it's gone now, but...
It's crazy how you can say that we give you an instant headache when you're the one choosing to listen to our podcast.
Nobody forces you to listen to this.
Babes,
if you don't like it, that's fine.
You can click pause.
You can click that little X
and
button.
you can exit out so fast, and it's actually encouraged.
I think people need to understand, not every piece of content is for you.
And if you don't like it, that's fine.
That's fine.
You don't have to be here. But if you comment something mean, we will report and block you.
Period. Okay, William Nylander.
Abby will engage, but I will tell her not
I
to.
will engage, and then I'll get bad.
They
and
just want a
deleted.
reaction. They want to be
I get it.
validated. Carolina Hurricanes.
Wait. I didn't give
Metropolitan-
my reason.
I'm so sorry.
William Nylander.
Yes.
Riz.
Riz.
That's it. Just Austin and Willie being us coded.
Who's your second on the Maple Leafs?
I mean, it would have to be Austin Matthews.
Really?
Just because they're the duo.
Mitch Marner.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
I was really.
Matthew Nyes, actually.
That's fair.
Why? Because
Man
he's
is
got
a
the
brick
he's
wall.
got the neck of
He's
a
got
Formula
the neck of a Formula
driver.
One driver.
Yes!
It's crazy.
I couldn't get those words out of my mouth. I really struggled for that.
That's okay. I can always talk.
The Carolina Hurricanes.
Metropolitan Division. Carolina Hurricanes. You up first because this is your team.
Jacob Slavin.
Explanation?
I don't feel like I need to explain.
You do. Because
He's
you have
been
so many options to choose from.
He's been unreal this season, and I know a lot of people have been hyping him up since Four Nations, but he was performing so well even before then.
Yeah.
The amount of goals that he has blocked alone has like won us multiple games.
I said Kachekov.
Kochekov?
Because
Yeah.
I just want to see him thrive, and I
Yeah.
love a sassy man.
I just love that he's
Don't
not
touch
really
my
media
gaze.
trained.
He's not media trained.
Don't you ever media train Pyotr
I love a
Kochekov.
non-media trained athlete.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Celebrity athlete. I just love it. I'm very excited to see what he'll do in the future. My
too.
second pick. Who's your second pick?
Sebastian Aho.
Rob the Bod.
Yeah.
Why?
Rob
Because
the
he is
bod.
the Hurricanes.
Rob the bod. Yeah.
And then
He
and
is
then it was
truly
going to be
the
Seth
Hurricanes.
Jarvis because I love that man, but
That's fair. I need to check that this
I feel like
person
the
is
Canes
still on
love
their
him
roster.
enough. I need to make sure that Kachekov feels loved too.
Yeah.
The Blue Jackets.
I'm checking that my person is still on their roster because I think he may have been traded. No, he is not. He was not traded. I said Kirill Marchenkov. This is one that I don't really follow the Blue Jackets.
No, of course not.
But he's plus 31 this season right now.
Golly.
Which is insane. The closest on his team is plus 17. So the man's been doing some things.
I said Adam Fantilli. Why?
Yeah.
Because he's a Libra and the only player I know.
He's
Sorry.
a Libra. That tracks.
He is a Libra.
That really tracks. You know what I would love to see? I would love to see Luca and him play on the same team.
Who is Luca?
His older brother,
Okay.
who plays at Michigan currently.
Okay.
I think he's a senior. Let's look him up. They're Canadian? Yeah, I should have known that actually. It really doesn't matter.
Okay. New York Islanders. I said Ilya Sorokin
Okay, why?
because he's the only uninjured player that I know.
Is Matt Barzal injured?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, I think his knee or something.
Rip. I said Anders Lee. I would have
Yeah.
said Brock. I initially had Brock Nelson.
Yeah. Ugh.
And then I woke up this morning and he was traded. But Anders Lee leads in goals and assists on the team currently. Where did that just go? He's got 43 points so far this season. So,
Pop off.
and I recognized his name.
Here we go. The New Jersey Devils.
Oh,
Should we say it on 3?
no, because you're not going to get what I put.
Okay. You want to go first or do you want me to?
You go first.
After much agonizing, because I love so many of them, I just had to go with Nico Heischer.
Yeah.
That's my
tracks.
captain. He's always so calm, and I said, I swear I don't need therapy. I just need to take deep breaths like him.
His deep breaths, watching him do them before
They
a face-off,
calm me down.
I take deep breaths because I see him taking them.
Truly. Like, that is my captain.
Yeah. I said whoever holds the Hughes voodoo doll because they're putting in overtime with no days off. Alternatively, if you need a real person, Dougie Hamilton.
Yeah. Why?
I love him.
Yeah. No further explanation necessary.
Nope, none.
My alternative would definitely be Jack Hughes. How could it not be?
Yeah, fair.
And then
Rip.
Dougie Hamilton. And then Eric Holla. And then Luke Hughes.
Yeah. Fair.
And then the list can go on. Okay. New York Rangers. This should not be a surprise as there is only one New York Rangers that I do not despise, and that is Matt Rimpe. My rationale, only Rangers player I do not despise.
Period. I said Chris Drury. My rationale: the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And well, nobody is a bigger enemy to the Rangers than themselves. With parentheses, is this reverse psychology?
That is so funny.
Can I have my mark, please?
Okay, Philadelphia Flyers. This was a hard one.
Mainly because I forget that they exist.
Mostly because I didn't know anyone's name. I did decide on, and I don't know if I'm saying this right, so bear with me, Sean Coutier.
I feel like that was right, yeah.
I said he's a good player with a bunch of question marks. Statistics looked good on him.
He's a good
Unclear.
player. I said Travis Konecny. He leads the team in goals, assists, and points. He's got 63 points so far this season, and the closest second has 46.
Nice.
Yeah. Pittsburgh Penguins.
Should we say it on 3?
Yeah. 3,
1, 2,
1.
Why did you start so weird?
1, 2, 3. Sidney Crosby. Yeah. It would be disrespectful to not put him.
I said, do I actually need to explain?
No, I don't think we do. Same thing with the Washington Capitals. Do we want to say on 3?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Alex
Ovechkin. Yeah, period. I also don't feel like that needs an explanation.
I said, if he has no fans, I'm dead. Also, I can't wait to watch him break the record.
Me too. Period. Oh, the Chicago Blackhawks. I was feeling angry when I did this one, huh?
The Central Division is so difficult to me because I don't care about almost every team on here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That's how I feel about Pacific Division.
I mean, my Canucks play for them.
I
So
know.
that's the only... Well, and the Sharks. Everyone else can kick rocks aside from Jessica.
Period. Do you want to go first for the Chicago Blackhawks?
I feel like there's only one right answer. Do you feel like there's 2 right answers?
I put something different.
Okay, I said Connor Bedard. Said he's their best player. There's unnecessary hate for him, and for the love of God, get him some help.
I said the Zamboni driver. All due respect to Connor Bedard, but dang, they are bad.
Yeah. Okay, the Avalanche.
You're gonna. I put a.
You go first. You seem really excited.
Mikko Rantanen. I know he doesn't play there anymore, but he played us hard, and I'm blaming the Avs.
Stop. That's hilarious.
Yep.
I said Natchez. My rationale. We miss you. Please come home.
Please come home.
The kids miss you.
Yeah.
And he's kind of thriving out there. Dang it. Okay, the Dallas Stars.
I know who I put. I don't know.
I know you know who you put. Who did I put? Mikko Rantanen.
Ugh.
And then I said, good luck, babes. You can do it. Good luck.
I said Brendan Smith.
I knew you were going to.
I just like that man.
Yeah, I know you do.
He just seems kind.
Yeah, he does.
Minnesota Wild. I think I know who you put.
Who do you think I put?
I think you put Brock Faber.
No, but I wanted to desperately.
Who did you put?
Kirill Kaprizov.
Me too!
Did you really?
Yes!
Oh my god. Okay. You list your rationale for why.
I said I know he's been injured since January, but
I don't care.
He's a phenomenal player regardless. And I felt like it'd be disrespectful to not put him. Like, love you, Brock Faber. You're an incredible defenseman. You've done great things, but Kirill Kaprizov, I miss you.
I said hilarious, icon, great player. Please heal quickly.
Period.
King.
And also exclamation point.
Brock Faber was so close though, but like
yeah, I did really contemplate Brock Faber.
I thought about it, and I honestly knew that you thought I was going to put Brock Faber, but I didn't. But I do love Brock Faber a lot. Nobody better ever mess with him, please. Nashville Predators.
I put Brady Shea.
Oh, okay.
Strictly because it's similar to Brendan Smith. I just support that man and everything he does, and the hair is herring.
Similarly, Philip
Fartson.
Philip Forsberg.
There you go.
Great mustache, loves his family, great player on a shit team.
Yeah. His little family is so cute.
Yeah.
I love the TikToks that his wife does where
she's hilarious.
She has Philip like record a voiceover as if it's their son. What's their son's name again? I don't remember.
No clue. None of my business.
You're right. But it's really cute. St. Louis Blues.
Bro. First and foremost, there are no Libras on this team.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
That was bullshit. So I went with someone that I had to look at all the stats because there weren't any Libras. I don't know how to say his name. Colton Perioko.
Let me pull it up.
That's how I'm attempting.
Can I see it?
Don't read my rationale. Don't read my rationale.
I won't. Yeah. Isn't he brand spanking new?
Well, my reason that I chose him was simply he's the tallest player on the team.
Oh.
He's 6'7". And, you know, his stats were good too.
Period. Didn't he literally just get traded there?
Couldn't tell you.
Hang on.
Potentially.
No, he's been there.
Cool.
There was another guy with a very similar last name. I said their social media team. Specifically, the girl who hid 100 mini ducks in the locker room. Thank you. You kept morales high in a rough period.
We needed you, and you delivered.
I've said it once. I'll say it again. If you suck, but you have good medium.
Yes.
It
really doesn't matter.
Like, it really doesn't matter. Yeah. San Jose, period.
Exactly. San Jose, I will ride or die for them.
Yeah, strictly.
At this point.
Yeah.
Utah Hockey Club.
Oh.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
I put Clayton Keller.
Please expand.
Captain. Mm-hmm. He's got 70 points already this season, which is pretty insane. 48 assists, which is crazy. He averages 19 minutes of ice time a night. Leads the team in points and assists. And I just like Clayton Keller.
Yeah, me too. I said the admin team, specifically John Marino and Sean Drury.
Oh my gosh, I forget Marino plays here.
I said they're great at their job. Get Sean and John a podcast immediately.
I forget that. Oh my gosh.
They are top 3 for me, admin.
I love John Marino so much.
Yeah.
I just thought a guy on this team had the last name Mansell. I was about to be like, hey, twin.
Are we related? Close. Okay.
That's crazy.
Winnipeg Jets.
Benny and the Jets. We are the same person.
We spend a lot of time together.
Who did you put?
I had 2.
Okay.
First one, I said Simon Lundmark.
Oh.
Lundmark. Simon Lundmark. Why? Because he's the rookie Libra. And then I said, Kyle Connor, because he seems like he's the best player on the team and also a ginger. And we love to see a ginger thrive.
I put Connor Hellebuck. In my opinion, he's the best player on the team. You are nothing without your goalie, and he is a very good one.
Fair. Okay, last but not least, the Pacific Division. Oh. It's time to play the game.
I said John Gibson.
You've got to say what team you're doing.
The Anaheim Ducks.
You said John Gibson?
Yeah.
For why?
Did you see that insane save? You did see it because we talked about it earlier.
I'm the one that brought it up.
Strictly that save, yeah.
That was crazy. They're the second team that has no Libras.
Oh.
So I said Drew Helson. Why? Because he looks like Colton Herta. And that's an IndyCar driver who is so precious. He's just a California dude, just laid back, good vibes. His girlfriend is hilarious.
He does!
He looks just like Colton Herta. And I was like, I don't even care. I don't even know if he has stats. I saw his face and was like, it's you. It's gotta be you.
That's kind of insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay, the Calgary Flames.
I'm still back at Colton Herta.
Focus up.
Calgary Flames. I said I forget about them. Mackenzie Weegar leads the team in plus and minus and assists.
I said, and I don't know how to say this. Okay, I said Dan Viadar. Why? Because it sounds like Darth Vader, which is so cool for a goalie.
It's Dan Vladar.
Vidar?
Yeah.
Well, when you look at it written out, it looks like Darth Vader. Or at least it did to me.
It does resemble Darth Vader.
And I'm sorry, but if you're not playing into that, what are you doing?
That's
I am your father.
Okay.
Edmonton Oilers. You're not gonna guess mine.
Oh,
so
really?
You can go.
I said Connor McJesus.
Period.
I will not explain further.
And Connor, we trust.
Yeah.
I said Trent Frederick. Can't wait to see how he does there. Leon Draisaitl was my favorite though.
Yeah.
But I was like, the Trent is too good.
Yeah.
I'm actually stoked to see how he does there.
Me too. LA Kings.
Oh, one of my least favorite teams.
Who'd you pick? I'm on the edge of my seat.
I don't know how to say his name. Alex Lafreniere.
You said that correctly.
Why? Because his name looks familiar. He's almost a Libra, and he has decent stats.
His last name reminds me of...
Laderiere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Unfortunate coincidence.
Yeah. I said Anze Kopitar.
Why?
Second in points, but leads the team in assists. He's got 34. The closest is 26. He's only received 1 penalty all season.
Period.
Also, apparently, he has a cameo in Drive to Survive this season.
Shut up. That
Yeah.
drops today. We're watching that tonight.
Yes, period.
Unless there's a game on, because I'm sorry, I can watch Drive to Survive whenever, but I can't watch hockey whenever.
There are games on. The Devils play
San
tonight.
Jose Sharks. Should we say it on 3?
I don't think we said the same person.
You said a person.
Oh!
You go first. You
said
go
the
first.
Twins.
You go first.
I said Tyler Toffoli.
How dare you?
I'll
How
tell you.
dare you?
I will tell you. Chill out.
Okay, I'm calm.
Chill out.
Yeah, tell
While
a woman
I-
to calm down. That historically goes well.
While I don't agree with a lot of what he does and says, he has taken the Twins under his wings, and it makes me happy. And the sleepover of it all,
So cute.
really locked in.
His wife's hilarious. I don't know if that's wife or girlfriend, but they're hilarious.
I feel like it's probably
Same
wife.
last name, so definitely wife. Let me shut up.
That points to wife.
It's definitely giving wife.
Your jeans are cute.
Thank you. They're
Are
the
those your
Morgan
new
Riddle
ones?
ones. Yes, they are.
Cute jeans.
They're so loose. I haven't worn a non-high-waisted one in years. This is the first one, and honestly, it's so nice.
Yeah, these aren't high waisted either.
But you know, I love I love a tight top.
tight top baggy pants.
I love a tight top baggy pants.
Period.
I'm so glad it's back. It actually never left. If you just continue to dress that way, me. Obviously, I said the Twins.
Yeah, period.
I said, may they never be separated. Please, God.
Yeah.
Said, love to see a team where young guys can actually have fun and aren't demonized for not being elite players right out the game. Their admin team is impeccable. Eklund. I love this team.
I love this team
They
too.
better never change. I don't care how many games they win. That doesn't matter to me. Why? Because their admin is that good.
They're doing the freaking thing.
If you told me they were in for a cup, I would be like, of course they are. Have you
Yeah.
seen their admin? They're having the time of their freaking lives.
Yeah, I really do like them a lot. If for anyone who's confused on who the Twins are, it's Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini.
Obviously.
We refer to them as the Twins.
Yes.
And we will continue to for the rest of their careers.
I will
I
retire
love
from
the
being a Sharks
Sharks.
fan if they ever get separated. I'm so serious.
Yeah, I
I'll
can't.
never forgive them.
I will say I've noticed a lot in the trades. San Jose traded a lot for picks. So it gives
Yeah.
me the vibes that they're trying to continue to build that young team.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Also, my second up was going to be Joe Thornton. Because how could it, literally,
Yeah,
how could it
I do
not
love
be?
Joe Thornton.
There's only
Like,
so
even
many
in
men that-
retirement.
even in retirement, he's still taking the Twins out to a basketball game with his family.
Yes.
Macklin's still living with him. Like, and Brett Burns, little Joe 2.0, impeccable.
Brent Burns is Joe Thornton 2.0. That is
May
a
they
great
never
point.
know a bad night's rest or
Yeah.
indigestion.
No, absolutely.
May their beards grow long and thick forever.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Seattle Kraken.
Jessica Campbell.
Oh no, I've slandered Colton Perioko from the Blues. I don't actually remember how tall he is, but I know he was the tallest player on the team. I got confused with someone on this team. You can go first.
Oh.
Did you say Jessica?
I said Jessica Campbell.
Yeah, I know.
Why? Women.
Women. I said, oh God, I'm so scared. This must be how you feel.
Gosh, The margarita is
Alexiak.
making my eyes dry, and I can't really see.
You're insane.
I know, but I am free.
You're such a lightweight.
I'm not even, I don't even feel it. I swear to you, if I have a sip of alcohol, the second I turn 24, if I have a sip of alcohol, it just sucks all the moisture out of my body. My eyes get dry. My throat is dry.
Well, if you were hydrating properly.
Rude.
Jamie Oleksiak. Why? Because he's 6'7". What the heck?
Insane.
I was shaking in my boots.
That's actually...
As a 5'2"er, that's just a crazy height to be.
The world is just not built for people that tall, and it's unfortunate.
Well, it's also not built for people that are small, so.
Yeah.
We struggle differently, but together.
Yeah.
Who did you say yours was? Jessica
Campbell.
Yeah.
Women.
I bet you can't guess who my favorite Canucks player is.
Quinn Hughes.
Yes. My rationale? Didn't really give one. I just said, I will defend this man with my dying breath. He's a Hughes. He's a Libra. He's a captain. He's Captain Lexapro. He's Quinnifer. Need I say more? He is the backbone of the team.
That's a fact.
And how he is doing is
I want to say
important to my
something
mental
real
health.
quick.
Say something. Speak on it.
The Spitting Chicklets
Ooh.
put out an Instagram post today
I about threw up.
that I read it the first time as Quinn Hughes is in talks about moving to the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah, I about shat my pants.
Just the way they worded it. All this to say, he's not going to the Wild. He was talking to Team USA's general manager after a Wild practice. It's most likely about the Olympics.
I would be
devastated. I was dying.
I would be devastated
Dead,
to separate
done.
him from Connor Garland and Elias Pettersson and Brock Bozier. It would... No.
You got to take a selfish sometimes, though.
If he's leaving, he's going to New Jersey.
Period.
I get it. You have to take a selfish sometimes, but I'm not mentally well enough. Jack just got hurt. I'm not in a place where I can hear about him being traded.
That's completely fair.
Even if it is his choice.
I said Quinn Hughes' physical therapist. I hope they're getting paid well.
Period. That man has been broken twice this season.
I think
3
he
times?
never got fixed. I think he's just been
think so.
continuously broken.
Did I not say at the beginning of the season the amount of ice time he was pulling and the
Insane.
amount
It's not
the
sustainable.
effort he was doing is not sustainable. He's going to hurt himself. He's not going to give himself time to heal, and then that's going to continue.
I agree.
And that's exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
All because we didn't recruit more Petterssons early enough in the season.
Why didn't we get more Pettersons?
We could have had our Quinn. God. Anyways,
The last team, Vegas Golden Knights.
there's only one right answer. Should we say it on 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel is the only right answer. What's your rationale?
I just like him. The way he immediately checked on Jack Hughes made me like him anymore. He just
Even
seems
more?
like a nice guy, a stand-up guy.
Yeah, he looked really good in the face-off series in terms of
Yeah,
being
they
a
made
good
him look
person.
good.
I said, were there other options on this list? LOL. And that's all. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have a question
Okay.
that I thought of while I was doing this.
Mm-hmm.
If the Rangers were playing the Panthers, who would you cheer for?
The Panthers, because I like way more of their players.
Okay.
I'm
You
sorry,
answered way
Matt.
easier than that. I don't know who I would cheer for.
Who do you like that plays for the Rangers?
Who do I like that? Well, I guess Matthew Tkachuk.
You love Matthew Tkachuk. You're an apologist.
I am an Okay, pause. I can't apologize for everything the man does.
No one's asking you to.
But I guess the Panthers.
You guess?
I just, feelings aside, they both give me the same energy now, especially if the Panthers are going to have Brad Marchand, which is still hard for me to wrap my head around.
I won't believe that until I see it.
Literally.
I'm pulling a Polar Express. Seeing is believing.
What I'm really interested in is tonight there's quite a few games, and I'm interested to see the people play that are going to have, half broken teams.
Are you new here?
Yeah.
I'm just glad that the Devils
if they got
made it
traded,
through.
they may not be there today.
Did the Devils even trade anyone?
The Devils did.
Who?
I think they just traded the rights that they had to people. I don't think
I meant people.
humans. Let's see.
Yeah, that is the people I was referring to.
You wouldn't know them. It's all like the rights to people, prospects essentially. So
I feel good about it. We survived our first trade deadline.
That was really bad. There we go. That was better. I will say I like the concept of having a date that you have to have your trades in by. Yeah. I kind of wish Formula One had that. You know, like silly season.
They have contracts.
We have silly season, but I wish that you had to have your next contract signed by the end of summer break.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I don't know though. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me.
That's just my opinion.
That's my opinion.
I would like that. There is like a little bit of fear as a McLaren IndyCar fan. Like you never really know. Your drivers get traded, all aside from Pato, of course, get
Pato
traded literally all the time. They just burn through them. And like I wanted Rossi merch when he when he drove for McLaren. And before I could even get some, because he's just like Dougie Hamilton. Like, where's his merch? I love that man.
Yeah.
He got like sent to wherever he is, but he's with Christian Rasmussen, and Christian Rasmussen on TikTok is having the time of his life.
I love him. TikTok is my favorite form of media right now.
I'm an Ed Carpenter fan.
I think I am.
Like that might be my team this year.
That might have to be. I will say the race we went to, you bought a David Maluka shirt, and the next day they dropped it.
Oh my God, I've never gotten over that. I've also never bought merch since for them.
I think that's valid.
It was such bullcrap. It was actually completely valid. It just really hurt my feelings.
I got really excited that day. I bought a Scott Dixon shirt strictly because he won.
Yeah.
And Alex Blow just because I love him.
Yeah. Dang. This is the last month of hockey, I think.
No.
Until there's games in April?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is
when
the
does
last...
it end?
April. So
I can't hear that.
I know. Well, then playoffs start.
Well, the thing is, it'll be oh my God, playoffs. I forgot about that. Really quick, off the top of your head, who do you think's winning the cup this year?
I have literally no idea.
Who do you think? Pick a team.
I can't. I don't even know who's going to be in playoffs. It's so close right now. I know who's not going to be in playoffs.
Who? Say it.
The Blackhawks and the Sharks.
So hateful. So true.
I call it realism.
I'm fed by delusion when it comes to my teams.
Yeah,
I don't care.
The last regular season games are the 17th
of April.
Perfect. And then playoffs begin.
Okay, any final notes?
No, I'm very interested to see this last like month and a half-ish.
Yeah.
I'm really scared for playoffs. Mainly just who's going to get a wild card position, who's out. I still, in my heart, feel like the Canadians are going to make the playoffs.
They could make the wild card.
They had, a 6-game win streak after Four Nations? They would only be able to make the wild card.
I'm aware.
The Jets are going to the playoffs. Yeah. That's a set-in-stone one. Let's see who else is set in stone. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter right now because it changes so quick.
It doesn't matter. We don't have to get into it. I need to start cooking dinner.
Yeah, period.
Okay. Well, we hope that you made it somewhat okay during this trade deadline.
Yeah.
Our thoughts and prayers for anyone that had to suffer like we did for Natchez. It's truly underrated, and we are with you in thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
If you liked this kind of cozy episode, let us know. We might do something different, or we might do something similar to this vibe, but like a different approach, like a different whatever we're talking about a bit later on. It just didn't work out with timelines and work this week. What are we doing next week? Please say
next week we're talking. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're talking about the Stahl family.
I have been dying to talk about them.
That's
love false.
Them.
I've been dying to hear about them.
Yeah, I do love the Stahls. I'm a Stahl family stan. If the Stahls have no fans, I'm dead.
Fair enough. We hope that you're having a good week, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.